Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, I said I had some friends coming into town. And it's actually Steve and his wife Jennifer. They're the Lorches and they're from South Carolina. And they have a tea farm called Table Rock Tea. I'll put a link down in the description, so make sure to check that out. Now, with everybody that I bring or that comes to Thailand to visit us, we're going to Elephant Cafe. That's just a place that we go to bring people to see elephants. And the Lorches got to see the elephants, and we enjoyed some good cha Thai, some Thai tea. They're such a beautiful place. If you're ever in the Chiang Mai area, make sure, even if you got to pay for transportation to get out there, try this place. Now, as you know, down the road from us is a place called Kad Phrang. I say if you've been following our channel, you know we live pretty close to Kad Phrang, which, those of you new to the channel, Kad means market and Phrang means foreigners, so it's a foreigners market. So we took them around there to show them the different foods and the different vendors, had them try some things. Now, if you remember 3 or 4 videos back, I told you that I had went there and accidentally bought a skewer of liver because it looked so good, and I didn't know it was liver. It just had a picture of a chicken. Well, Steve went off by himself and I wasn't with him, and he ended up buying a skewer of what he thought was chicken. He ended up buying the same chicken livers and regretting it after he figured out what it was, but apparently he doesn't despise it as much as I do. Now, we took them to another place that we hadn't been to in over a year. I did a video on it. That video didn't do so well. It was called Nikoman. This whole place has a Japanese theme to it. So you go there and yes, they have Japanese food. That's what they're gonna have. But they got this beautiful area. If you're into selfies or wanting to take a lot of beautiful pictures with a Japanese background, check the place out. It's really cool. It's kind of far away. It's about 45 minutes away from, let's say, downtown Chiang Mai. So it's a little bit of a drive. It's nice. It's worth it. The food I'm going to put in the medium category. It's not the greatest you're ever going to have. It's not the worst. Kind of in that medium category. But anyway, give that place a try if you're looking for something more of a Japanese theme. I did take them to another tea plantation I found about 2 hours north called Araksa, if I'm saying this correctly. And it's a big tea plantation up there. We did a tour of the tea plantation. They showed us their plants, where they're, how they're grown. They had some of the people pick the tea off of the plants, which the Lorches do this every day. So they were out there picking some of that tea out there. And then they gave us, their little behind the scenes on how they process the tea and all that, and how they do everything. So I wanted to make sure that I was bringing them places that had a tea theme and kind of showed them the way that tea is done here in Thailand. After that, we went to Jungle Day Cafe. Now, I know I've shown you in the past different Jungle Day cafes. In Mae Rim, I've shown the one in Hang Dong. Well, this is the one, again, 2 hours north. Not as good as the other two. This one was very small. They had a lot less to look at and see. It was on a river, so it was a pretty river. But other than that, it's a neat place to go. But of all 3 of the Jungle Day cafes, I would say that this one was the least impressive. Another restaurant that I took them to that you've seen many times on my channel, and I always butcher the name, it's like Aaronversary. So we brought them there. They always have good food, both Thai food and Western food. So we took them there. They enjoyed the decor that was there, and it's just a really good place. This is all in Old City, which is like the downtown area of Chiang Mai. And just to remind you all, locals here that are Thai don't refer to it as Old City. That's kind of like a foreigner's terminology for downtown in the moat area, that square that you always see on the map of Chiang Mai. Now, today happens to be the Chinese New Year, and we were there at Chinatown in Chiang Mai, and everybody was there looking at everything. They had all the markets were open. I was looking around hoping to see something a little bit out of the ordinary, but it seems to be that the markets here in Chiang Mai are basically all the same. They have mostly the same items that they're selling. You'll have some that are bigger than others. You have the Saturday night market, which is a smaller market, your Sunday night market, which is a lot bigger. But the Chinatown Festival was the same market that's always in Chinatown, with a lot more vendors that are there. They were letting off fireworks. They had a lot of red everywhere, as you can imagine. There were people milling around and a lot of Chinese food. But anyway, it looks like everyone was having a lot of fun there. And even though today is Chinese New Year, all the days leading up to this, there's been fireworks every night. So the Lorches wanted to go see a movie, and I brought them to Central Airport Festival Mall. I think that's how it's said, in Hangdong area. Now, first thing I want to do is show them the food court, how big it is. And you have to get there early if you plan on getting a seat, because if you don't, there's just nowhere to sit. There just isn't. I don't know how many times Kendall and I have been there, and we got our food, and we ended up holding our tray, waiting about 10 minutes for an open table. So get there early. So we got some teriyaki chicken, which isn't very Thai, but hey, it was still good. And we did find a seat because, again, we were there about 11:15, which is a good time if you're planning on eating there at the ground level in the mall. And after that, I took them up to, I believe it was the 4th floor, where the movie theater is. Now, the neat thing about the movie theaters here in Thailand, at least in the Chiang Mai area, is that they have these deluxe seats. Let me tell you a little bit about those. So per person, it's around $16 US. There's 2 seats. They got high sides. You can't see left or right, so everyone's blocked out. You can see straight ahead, and you can see all the people down below you a little bit. The chairs are like sitting in a lazy boy recliner. I mean, your feet come up, you can lay back. They bring you a blanket. They give you food and drink, all for that same price of admission. So it's like they're VIP sitting. It's amazing. It's like the best way to see a movie. And yeah, for Thailand, $16 a person US is pretty high. But, you know, if you don't see movies a whole lot and you want to see it in luxury, you need to give that a try. And when you compare the prices of that to the US, $16 a ticket is about the price of general admission in the United States. So for that same price, you can get the VIP treatment here in Thailand at the movie theater. So the Lorches did come at one of the best times of year. I know I've been saying that for months. And I guess I forgot from last year how many months here actually feel good. It's not burning hot. So right now we're enjoying, some of the best weather that we have here in Chiang Mai. I will tell you that it's dry as toast right now. When we were out in the jungles looking at the land, it was dry. You go on a dirt road, it's kicking up that dirt everywhere. We haven't had rain in Chiang Mai. I'm going to say it's been like 5 weeks now. So yeah, it's really dry. This is, again, the month of January. I think today's like the January 22nd. So it's very dry this time of year. I was talking with a local and I was talking about how dry it is, and they reminded me that this isn't even the dry season. They said the dry season was, I forgot what they said, something like March through May or something like that. So hopefully we'll get some rain here soon, because things are starting to turn brown. I've been used to my lovely Chiang Mai being nice and green and the jungle's looking so good. And the Lorches were like, oh, it's so beautiful out here. I'm like, man, just wait till it gets some rain. Everything looks a lot cleaner and a lot brighter, because out there in the jungle, the dust is kicking up and it's landing on everything, and everything's just turning brown with just all of the dust that's getting all over the leaves and everything. Well, that's all I have for you in this episode. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I've got a lot more to show the Lorches. I think we're going to head off to the Chiang Rai area, so we're going to check that out. And until next time, Kap Kun Kap.